What is up, you guys? We are here for our weekend reflection message. Hope you're doing well. So from the Radiant Sun Oracle, we have Jupiter in Libra, which is negotiation, followed by the Sun in Capricorn, which is achievement, followed by the Mars in Scorpio, revenge. Underneath negotiation, we've got Nine of Wands, underneath achievement, we have King of Cups, underneath revenge, we have King of Wands, and then to finish the reading, we got Three of Wands and Knight of Cups. All right, I'm gonna let you guys listen to the audio, and then we will be right back to talk more in depth about each card. Okay, we've reached a level of awakening that affords us the consciousness to understand that what we say, think, and feel is shaping our reality. So now we have come through a portal of initiation that has taken place in stages over the last several years. We are now made aware of the part we play in co-creating our reality with the Creator. We've gleaned greater wisdom in the inner workings and mechanics of metaphysics, and now can be an active player aware of the rules of the game. Now we can truly wield our free will. We are no longer at the mercy of, but in the mercy of. It's hard to successfully play a game if you don't know the rules, let alone even know that you're in one. Now, armed with emotional sobriety, groundedness, and wisdom, we can go forth excited for this next chapter. Hey, we know a little better what we're doing this time. I like our odds. We know better now the negative effects of a vibrational short circuit, or crashing out, as they say. Now we can channel our emotions and passion into the intensity of serving with purpose. Raw emotion becomes passion to generate even more goodness and light through your unique purpose and experience. All right, so Jupiter in Libra with Nine of Wands. Like, Nine of Wands is coming to the end of a struggle, coming to the end of, say, a long effort in, achieving a certain aim, or you've been working on something within yourself for a long time, like you've been working to overcome a pattern, you've been working to overcome, like, say, a personality thing, or say you've been working hard to hit like a weight loss goal or a health goal, or you've been working towards like growing or launching like a business, or maybe you've been through a long period of like spiritual challenge and growth. And so I feel like we have put a very honest effort into our aims, and I feel like we finally come to the end of a long period of having to exert a significant amount of effort. We always have to give an effort, but there are seasons and rhythms of when we are under the pressure of evolution, and then it like lets off for a little while as we move into that next level, and then the pressure begins again in a new way. So we've come to the completion of a period of growth and learning, and now we are, I think, are graduating into a next level. But before we are in a next level, I think we have a period of Jupiter with Libra here. I feel like Jupiter is really going to make it feel like all of a sudden everything is just going to balance out. Like all the effort that you've given that you've never really seen, bear fruit. I think that life is going to start shifting in ways that you're going to be like, oh, well, that's new. Oh, didn't used to go this way. Oh, wow. And then suddenly you're going to be like, wow, everything has kind of evened out. My luck has turned around. My fortunes have turned. So we have there's two cards here that emphasize the union of the sun and the moon here. And we have another eclipse coming up on, I think, Tuesday. It's on the 3rd. So our full moon eclipse, I think it's a blood moon, is the end of this eclipse portal. It's going to reveal a lot, and we're going to come out on the other side complete and finished with what has come and gone behind us. So I'm excited. I think that this is really good. I think that there is a lot of sweetness and beauty and balance and abundance and security coming our way as a result of all the effort that we've been putting in. And Jupiter is, what is it? I can't think of the word. It's like a lucky, it's expansive, it's abundant, it's charmed in a positive way. I'm trying to, auspicious. Yes, auspicious. So whatever we give it, Jupiter expands. It's a planet that likes to deliver the blessings, and whatever effort we give Jupiter, it's going to expand it. If we give Jupiter our poor self-control, it's like we're going to overdo it, right? So we've been giving Jupiter self-control, self-discipline, effort. And so those efforts, those investments in ourself and in our dreams are expanding. So I'm excited. We're almost over the hump here. So just hang on a little longer. All the messages this week have been I know we're tired. I know we're impatient. I know we're about to lose it, but just keep it together, because we finally achieved this level of emotional inner self-mastery here. We have the King of Cups. The King of Cups it's still waters run deep. Even though the king is controlled and tempered on the surface, their feelings are deep. They are very comfortable with their feelings. They have a range of emotion, but they're not reactive in life. They're not emotionally reactive. They have a lot of reason. They have a lot of balance, and they have mercy and compassion and understanding, but they also have strength and courage, and they are considerate and caring, and they're sincere, right? They're sincere, they're devoted. So because of our sincere devotion and our commitment and our steadfastness, we have actually changed ourselves on the inside to a stable, emotionally sober person. And when I say emotionally sober, what I mean is that we don't run around through life feeling like these emotional highs and lows that have us all over the place, and then we go around making choices and reacting to those emotions and making choices based on those emotions, and we just go through life at the mercy of our emotions, and we lose our sense of logic and reason. At the same time, though, we're not emotionally shut down and only reason oriented, right? We can listen to our intuition, we can take information from our emotions, but we're not controlled by them. We can have enough self-control to not get angry or upset or depressed or impatient or overly excited and take an action from that place of reactivity that we would regret later. So because of this, we have set this sustainable, consistent stable vibration and frequency on the inside. And because it's so stable and sustaining, it's very strong and it's becoming very influential over our environment. So this is a point in which our internal landscape has changed. Our vibration has shifted, and so now we can expect that gradually our outer circumstances will have no other choice but to shift. We just have to hold this frequency inside. And I feel like we have more motivation and more fervor and fire to do it. Mars in Scorpio is very fiery. Again, these two lovers here are the sun and the moon joined. And this warrior right here is in a separate vignette, and he is holding the head of his enemy. He's defeated the enemy, right? So it's like we have severed ourselves from the control and from the dominance, from the dominant influence of our ego, and now our soul has been victorious, and we have separated ourselves from the ego's perception so we can observe it without getting caught up in it, right? Or at least we have stand a better chance for sure. So I love this, and because of this, we have so much like fire that we are so passionate and ready to take on the challenges that lie ahead in this next chapter. So the King of Wands is industrious, full of energy, full of faith. He's not impulsive or rash, right? He has energy, but has channeled that energy into sustainability that yields perseverance and endurance. And so, whereas the Knight of Wands hasn't learned how to wield that fire, it just burns out hot and fast. The King has learned that slow burn, that smoldering, those smoldering embers that are really more usable and they're more sustainable. So the King knows how to continuously show up, to continuously stoke his fire, to keep his passion going, but without it being all consuming, without being overly controlling or domineering, without being like so full of raw dynamism that there's no discipline or focus. Like this is a focused, disciplined person with energy and intensity and purpose, and that they have passion and emotion, but they're not like controlled by their temper or their lusts either, right? They have it in check, and they can channel that fire and that passion into productive aims, which that's what keeps them sustaining and builds their endurance, rather than letting that fire burn out and cause temper tantrums, anger crash outs, and falling prey to temptation. All that light, rather than spill out, is being used in a productive way. So because of that, I think we're looking at like the expanses now. We're looking at broader vistas of exciting new discoveries that lie ahead, right? We have new adventures to go on. We have that rainbow in the distance, and this next mountain, and a new journey to go on. And I think that a few weeks ago we were feeling very tired and like kind of running on empty and feeling like, how am I supposed to face a whole new chapter in life and create a whole new start with an empty tank? But now I feel like we have a lot more moxie and chutzpah, and we're more inspired. We have more energy, and we have been able to catch that lightning in a bottle and channel it wisely. So with the Knight of Cups here, it's like we're inspired, we're feeling, creative and playful and kind of romantic and inspired by life. And so I think that if we can keep the sense of adventure and romance within us and on our journey into the great new expanses, but also the maturity of the King of Cups and the King of Wands. I feel like we're really stand a chance at a really solid beginning. But we just want to be, we want to think about doing things in a sustainable pace rather than like impulsive and intense kind of all or nothing. It's like that is not going to work. It's not going to be sustainable for our energy, for the resources. It's not going to really build anything. It's not going to build momentum. But like, slow and steady wins the race, and that keeps all the energy stoked, the enthusiasm stoked, the desire strong. All right, you all, that is all for tonight. We will be back together tomorrow night for Secret Teachings of Jesus. I'm excited. I have no idea what we'll be starting next. Vague possibilities, but I think we will find out together tomorrow night and see what's calling me. Until then, may peace be with you. Ciao.